In this video, I'd like to talk about the math question of the day for Thursday, August 17th, 2023. And with this problem, we have these two functions, g of b and h of b, and we need to evaluate h of g of negative 6. Or in other words, we have a composite function here that we need to evaluate. And composite functions are sometimes taught in algebra, possibly algebra 1, algebra 2, depending on where you go to school, though you might also see them for the first time in a pre-calculus class. So at this point, go ahead and pause the video, see if you can work through this on your own. And when you're ready, unpause the video and we can go through this together. Now, assuming that you have attempted the problem, let's start working through this. And this notation for composite functions might be a little bit confusing. This circle essentially just means h of g of negative 6. And another way we can write it is using the normal function notation. We put g of negative 6 on the inside of our function h. So the function on the right is the innermost function, and the function on the left is the outermost function. And essentially, we just need to find g of negative 6 first, and whatever that evaluates to, we will take that number and plug it into h. So let's start by finding g of negative 6. We are just looking at our function g of b and replacing b with negative 6. We have 5 multiplied by negative 6 minus 9. And I do recommend when substituting to put your numbers in parentheses to avoid mistakes with negative signs. We have 5 multiplied by negative 6, which is negative 30. And subtracting 9 from that will give us minus 39. And now that we figure out what g of negative 6 is, we can replace it. Inside this notation, we will have h of g of negative 6, but that's equal to negative 39. And at this point, we just need to plug negative 39 into our function h, which we can do here. We have b minus 1 squared, but we're replacing b with negative 39. We have minus 39 minus 1, and we will square that. And negative 39 minus 1, that is minus 40. And minus 40 squared, we could just rewrite it twice if we want. But the negatives cancel. 4 times 4 is 16, and we can add 2 zeros at the end. So we get positive 1600, and this right here will be our final answer.